All right, should be good. At some point, anyway. There we go. There's a notification. There we are. All right. Just get my chat open. See if anybody wants to come hang out tonight. There we go. Got that. Skip the ad. All right. So this will be the second mock draft we do. We did one already. This will have full trades. We can do whatever on it. You know, now that we're a little bit past free agency and all that fun stuff, we might have a better idea of what teams may be looking for in this draft. That'll be April 28th, April 27th. Let me look at the April 27th, I'm guessing. What's up, Trey? Yeah, less than a month away. What's up, JJ? What's up, Miguel? How you guys all doing? Hopefully quite well. Enjoying your Sunday evenings. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Just waiting to see if people all want to come in or not. We'll see. That if it would help. Kind of. Keeps my head a little bit more forward. Not too bad. Well, that's good to hear. Well, let's see. Hopefully, some people start filing in. Otherwise, we'll just postpone this for another evening. There's a good guard. His name is Steve Avila. I hope he falls to the Dolphins in the second round. Yeah, he could. I haven't really heard of his name yet. What's up, Fredo? What's up, Jacob? Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay, we're good. I don't like that placement. That works. I don't mind looking over to my left. So we'll give it like I don't know, like 5 to 10 minutes before we get going on anything. No, we're talking about the nope. I don't know what gave you that idea. Nah, we'll be doing some drafting tonight. Just seeing who we think where people will fall. I don't know, what do you I mean, the stream's titled NFL mock draft and there's NFL pictures. I think there's a safe level of assuming that that can be done there, but you know, that's all right. Doesn't look like there's much interest in tonight's stream. We may be cutting it short tonight. And that's all right. I didn't know if there was going to be anybody or enough people to watch this because there's a lot of other random shit going on tonight. So we'll give this about 5 more minutes and see what happens. If nothing really pops in, I'm just going to end it and we'll reschedule this for a different day. No worries. Doesn't really seem like anybody's coming through. See what I mean? But that is quite all right. Yeesh, this stream is not going to get going, huh? Nobody has much to talk about? Well, that's all right. Who do I want for the Pats? Well, it kind of depends. It's like a variety of players, and it really just depends on like who's available. Because we sit at 14 But I don't really see us trading up for anyone in this draft because I don't really think anyone's that worth it. It's kind of a like there's like 8 really great players to get, and if you can't get one of them, it's not like, you know, you can kind of just take a substitute and it's kind of like the same caliber player. So it's kind of like this tiered list of players I'd like the Patriots to get, like Jalen Hyatt in the second round. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. So the first move I'd like them to do is to take one of the 2 corners in either Christian Gonzalez or who's the second guy? Joey Porter. One of those 2 would be my preferred picks. But if one of those 2 are gone, or if like Porter's gone and they don't think Gonzalez is really worth it, then you can look at the tackle position, right? There's a really good tackle in Paris Johnson, who I'm thinking, oh, he could be a really good pick. But more than likely, with the teams like Chicago and other offensive line needy teams ahead of us, he's probably going to be gone. And then you look at DeJuan Jones, who plays really good right tackle, and that's the other guy I would look at. And the reason I like Paris Johnson and I like DeJuan Jones a little bit more than Skoronski is because I think that the quarterback at Ohio State, Stroud, plays a pretty similar style of football to Mac Jones. You know, more pocket-based, but has the ability to move around. And so I think there's more of like a form fit with those 2 tackles going from a guy who's more used to pocket passing, more of a drop back kind of passer, more, you know, than running. Yeah, but it's like a form fit thing, right? Like some linemen have had running quarterbacks for 4 years of college football, and it's kind of hard to determine, all right, are they actually that good, or was it because the quarterback was impossible to tackle? Whereas like with Stroud, he spends a lot of time in the pocket, more time in like dropping back, he's more of a pocket passer than a scrambler, you would say. And that's why I think with a quarterback like Mac, you'd probably want to look for offensive linemen who come from a system that already has like a pocket passer, right? Instead of like going for linemen who come from schools that have running quarterbacks, or, you know, they don't really do drop back passing. Could create like offensive line problems, could create like incoherency across the line. Yeah, and I don't think the Panthers are drafting Young. I don't think there's like any real interest in Young going 1. I don't think we'll end up doing a draft tonight, guys. I think we'll just chill and talk for a little bit. I don't really see this stream getting going. Darnell Wright, who's that? I have no idea who that is. Best right tackle by far. You have to give me a school. You can't just be, he's the best one. Oh, okay. I don't know where he even played. That doesn't really tell me much. Wow, he's really good at just playing for random team. I don't know who that is. Who did he play for? All right. Well, I guess it's a mystery. I'll never get to find out. It's just one of those great mysteries. Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, I'm not interested. Wouldn't work for the Patriots. Subjects. See, the problem is, when you tell me a player, you have to tell me where they played, or else I'll have no idea about anything about these players. It's like, I'm not trying to be mean either. It's like, yeah, I get that he could be really, really good, but I don't know who that is, and I don't know where he played. So yeah, Tennessee. The reason I don't think he'd be good for the Patriots is, again, very mobile quarterback in Hendon Hooker. You know what I mean? And Mac Jones is not very mobile. So again, these people would probably be better players. But again, you have to think about what I'm telling you is like player fit. I think that's far more important than just taking the best available tackle or guard. For example, look at the Patriots. You would argue that Cole Strange was a pretty bad pick last year. Maybe. Who was the best rookie guard in that class? Was it Lidstrom? Or who all was in that one? You know what I mean? It became such, all those guards suck so bad that I'm pretty sure Zion Williams or Zion Johnson or something. See, that's a good idea. No, I'm not going to stream WrestleMania. There's like, I follow wrestling channels that have like way too many people. Who was the best rookie guard last year? Probably tackles and corners. The best rookie center was the center for the Ravens, Linderbaum. Who was better than Cole Strange? Yeah, okay, I get where he should have been drafted, but if you redrafted, he would be a first rounder, right? Who was a better offensive lineman than Cole Strange in that rookie class other than Linderbaum? You have to give me a name. You can't just say where he should have been drafted. You have to give me an example and who. Because other than the Jets, that kid did not struggle one bit last year. Isn't Evan Neal a tackle? Again, these are guards. I'm asking about the guard position, not the tackle position. And I'm pretty sure Cole Strange might have been better than him. Again, if you redraft the first round, Cole Strange goes in the first. Again, those guys are good. But do you think Cole Strange, who started for the Patriots all year and had to go up against the Jets and all those harsh defenses like the Bills, the Steelers, like you have to consider who the Patriots, who they played. Cole Strange's the entire run game ran through Cole Strange, and they like stood on the left side when they passed. So again, other than one bad game against the Jets, and then the next game he gave up no tackles and no sacks through his side of the line. Would Cole Strange go in the first round? Think about that. Yeah, he would. He's better than Zion Johnson, and he's better than Tyler Smith. Chase, you can back me up on that. I mean, you guys could disagree, but like, would Zion go in the first round if he in a redraft? Nope. Would Tyler Smith? Nope. He's not even a guard, I don't think. I can't do tape. I can't do that, Miguel. It'll my channel will get nixed. Or it'll be copyright struck or yeah, pretty much, Mike, yeah. Other than Cole Strange, who was a starting guard rookie. Who was better than Johnson, Penning, and Kenyon. Yeah. Okay, maybe Smith. Okay. I don't know how those channels get away with reacting to things like that. Yeah. I'm telling you, Cole Strange is only a reach during the draft. Again, there's always a thing called the redraft. If you redrafted last year's first round, the Lions have 5 first-round picks throughout the draft. Like, sometimes. Or Cole Strange goes exactly where he went in the redraft to the Patriots. Fun fact, the fact that you had him wherever you had him projected, Fredo, is kind of irrelevant. You do know that Tampa Bay tape with no scoreboard or no Fox logos. Oh, they have to really edit it and stuff. You hope Cody isn't the one? I guess we could draft. It's starting to fill up a little bit in here. I think Mike has a good memory of this Penning guy because I think he was. You gotta understand, we were really looking at very specific players last year. It was we know we needed a guy. And by the way, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to draft Cole Strange in the first round too. Let's not forget what happened. Tampa Bay drafted out of the first pick, they traded out of the first round. Then the very next pick, they took a guard. So let's not pretend what Tampa Bay wasn't about to do there until New England stole their pick. Ojabo? No, Ojabo will be good this year. I think he's a good young player. A lot of upside. I don't think injuries are a reason to overgo somebody. Think about the Lions with Jameson Williams. Not a bad pick. How's that a bad pick? Fredo, it's okay to not know football. It's all right. Literally, no one but you is saying Cole Strange is a bad pick now. Do you know what's funny, Fredo? A year ago, every single person in here would be saying we made a bad pick. You noticed how no one's saying Cole Strange was a bad pick now? There isn't a single media person that would even dare say that. Yeah, you notice that? Where's somebody? Literally, we ran better than most teams in the entire NFL last year through the left side of our line through Cole Strange. It was only a bad pick till it wasn't. That's how the NFL works. No, they'll tell me to my face. Dog, are you kidding me? This is a chat that tells me Mac Jones is shitty all the time. Dude, Fredo, you have no idea about these people. If they think my take is bad, they'll tell me my take is bad. You should have heard these people. Yeah, I also watched him give up. Like, that was his one bad game. You can only point to one bad game for Cole. Yeah, he literally just said Tyler Strange. Yeah, the Jets, the one game against the Jets. And then what happened in game 2 versus the Jets? 0 sacks. What happened in the very next game where he played against the Jets? Oh, 0. Nothing. The Jets could do nothing to this man. He dominated Quinnen Williams in game 2. What are you doing? Go ask that Steelers. Go ask Hayward for the Steelers about Cole Strange. I'm pretty sure that he had one of the worst games of the season against a fucking rookie. What happened to Cam Hayward against the Patriots? That man was turned into dust by Cole Strange. You know, future Hall of Famer Cam Hayward. That guy, you know, he's pretty good. He's only like one of the most dynamic defensive linemen in football. Dude, he soloed fucking Cam all game. He was double blocking. Cole was on 2 people in that game against the Steelers. All right. Yeah, in the second game, we didn't even double team him. Cole was on him one-on-one. Just like he was. Dude, it's so weird to defend this because it's like, I get it. The pick was funny when it happened. But like, it turned out to be a good pick. It's okay to admit that, like, Patriots got it right. They draft linemen really well. Like, it's not a secret. We're good at drafting offensive linemen. That's okay. You know what we can't do? Draft goddamn wide receivers. You can make fun of my team for that, and I'll laugh along with you. I'll be like, yeah, we spread that virus right to Baltimore, too. They can't pick a receiver either. Yeah, Cole's early struggles were just shit situations. See, Darnell Wright to the Pat. Who's Darnell Wright? Is he's the lineman you were talking about, right? Patriots could make the playoffs. Now, so you say we won't be contending. Maybe not for the division. I'll look it up, Miguel. I'll look up Darnell Wright. Or somebody here could probably back you up on that one. Just looking at the landscape of the AFC right now, right? Okay, so you have the AFC East. You have the Dolphins. That's an 11 to 10 win team, or 11-12 win team. You have the Jets. If they get Aaron Rodgers, they're a 10 plus win team. Yeah, but what does that mean? We could win 11 games and be in last place. Is that a bad season? Genuine question to you. We could easily win 11 games next year, just like everyone in our division, but finish in last. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could, actually. We won, 9 games this year with a much worse team? Our team is better than it was last year already, by the way. Fredo, my team has improved already. We've added more. We're a better football team than we were last year already, and now we have a draft ahead of us. And we won 9 games. We're not worse. We could win 2 more games next year, my friend. That's not impossible. And we could still finish in last with 11 wins. We still make the playoffs. What's your favorite team, Fredo? Let's talk about your team for a second. Yeah, we'll finish 1 game behind Miami and still be the fucking 7th seed. And it's like, oh, that'll hurt you, won't it? By the way, the AFC East is the best division in football right now. I mean, the only questionable team is the Patriots, who went 9-8 last year and have improved on every facet of their football team, especially at the coaching department, which their biggest problem last year was coaching. We're at least a double-digit win team now, and where our schedule is much easier than what it was last year. we were 1 game away from making the playoffs last year. Just remember that. We fucked up. We literally fucked up. That's the only reason Miami even made the playoffs. Or, well, who made the playoffs? Oh, it was Miami, wasn't it? Because we shit the bed against the fucking against the Raiders. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, Miami's quarterback got hurt, Mike, too. That also happened. They had to run with like fucking Skylar Williams or whatever the fuck his name is. Also, division might struggle. Miami could bottom out with Tua. I don't know. I think the AFC East is going to be the best division of football next year, and it's going to be between them and the AFC West. Should we do the draft? I mean, we could, or do we just want to talk about football? You guys want to do the draft? We can hop in. I don't care. I didn't actually expect the draft to happen because there was only like fucking 7 people. There was like 2 people here for a minute. Draft? Yeah, draft it. Start it up. Yeah, the NFC East too. They quickly have become really good divisions. All right, same as last time, guys. If we feel a trade needs to happen, we'll do a trade. Carolina's on the board, and I think if we look at a lot of the scenarios regarding the Panthers and what we've seen recently and the kind of the way they're hinting, it's either Stroud or it's either Richardson. It's one of the two, and I'm guessing it's CJ Stroud. They're like peacocking hard around it. Yeah, I mean there's like interviews of like Stroud. They're asking Stroud about getting a basketball court at his house, and like it's just like, all right, it seems like Stroud's gonna be the guy. It has to be Stroud. It's either him or Richardson. It's gotta be Stroud. Okay, we're all in agreement. This is yeah, okay. Here's the interesting one. What the hell is Houston doing? Do we think they trade back? Are they staying there? Do they take Richardson here? Do they take Young? Stroud has better. Yeah, I think they like the quarterback. I think Josh McCown is going to be the next head coach, and that is his guy. Yep. All right. Seems like we're all in a pretty good agreement on the Stroud. We'll take Stroud out the board. Bryce Young. So 2 for Young on this one. It seems like, yeah, they seem to like Young quite a bit in Houston. It seems like this is the move they want to make. But they also could go Will Anderson. Oh, you're on the cards. Never mind. Okay. What are you thinking, Chase? What are they trading back? I'm seeing a lot of Youngs here. Chase, I don't like if you have a reason, but it does seem like they've hinted pretty hard that they're taking Bryce Young. That could be their second pick. You gotta remember, they do have that second pick there that they could get a new corner. They could take a good edge rusher like Tyree Wilson could fall to them at 12. They don't really have the. I think they've said they're going QB, right? Or have they not like you know what I mean? Like, have they not? What's the word I'm looking for? Suggested either way what their plans are. I don't know. Chase, you might get overrun on this one. I think everybody pretty much solemnly agreed on Young on this one. Personally, for me, like I think this is a trade back situation for the Cardinals with the Raiders, but you know we can always play with the Raiders and moving up, moving down when we get to them. Oh no, seems like everybody kind of agreed on Bryce Young though. Yeah, I don't see him drafting here. I see him trading that pick. All right, Cardinals. I've seen one Will Anderson for this spot. Personally, this is a trade. For me, this feels like the biggest trade ever. I mean, I like Will Anderson going here because they do have to replace like 70 different pass rushers. They've lost J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones. They've lost just about everybody that pass rushes in that situation. So Will Anderson makes arguably the most sense, especially because like they don't need a quarterback. They don't really need certain situations, but they are losing very numerous number. Like Raiders move up and snag Levis. Yeah, I've thought the Raiders try to make this trade. Seen a couple Andersons. Because again, with them right here, and the Colts really showing heavy interest in Will Levis, I wonder if that would spur the Raiders to make that trade. You know what I mean? Just because the enticement. That's what the beauty of trading back would do. It would give them extra picks, which is what they need. And I think at 7, even if they don't get Will Anderson, there's still a good number of defensive players they could put their hands on, or they could grab like an offensive tackle. But if you guys say Will Anderson, we can kind of agree on that and move in a different direction. But again, you can always give your inputs. It's more preferred than me just kind of like steamrolling this and being like, this is my mock draft. Kind of got. What's up, Kenny? This will be the first trade. Yeah, I think so. I do think this pick will get traded. I think there's I think Carolina can get more from a trade. Bryce is going to be a bust. Maybe. Doing good, Kenny. How you doing? I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is. We could do a trade to the Raiders. Okay. I think we're up to 2 trades to the Raiders. We got a Will Anderson. Okay, well, Miguel, you've already. Yeah, I know you want to do that one, Miguel. I'm just trying to see like. Okay, this is kind of okay. We got 2 Will Andersons, 2 trades. Ooh. What do you think, Kenny? What's your decision on this? I don't know why the people who are watching aren't saying anything. You guys don't have. If you're just listening, it'd be helpful. Like, I guess this part of the draft isn't very exciting for some people. All right, I'm going to execute a trade here. I don't know if the Cardinals going right here is the best pick for them right now. So, I'm going to be the Raiders. I'm going to call the old Cardinals. Let's see if I can get the trade. What the fuck, dude? How do I even... Oh. What the fuck just happened? Cancel. What just happened? Okay, so the Raiders propose trade to the Cardinals. They swap picks. Raiders offer first next year. The 70th and the 100th. Hell yeah, look at that. Fucking big time trade move. Big time trade daddy. All right, so we're going to pull off the Raiders trade. That wasn't even an over trade. I did that like a fucking executed assassin. Look at me pull it. And forced trades are off, by the way. They can deny the trades, and they typically do. So I'm always pretty stoked when I pull off a successful trade without it being like completely oversold in value. Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I would say they'd probably go Richardson. Though they have expressed interest in Will Levis too. Either way, it's probably Richardson, Levis, Richardson. However we look at this. Oh shit! I think it's 3-2 right now. To the people who want him to Will Levis, he's about to be drafted to the Colts anyway. Then. Yeah. Typically, Jacob, I like to do a couple of them. We'll probably redo this mock draft because this is kind of. If you're trading up, you're taking Levis. Well, I mean, the Colts will take him at 4. That's the thing. I think more people are saying Richardson at this pick. The Raiders, the Raiders do have Jimmy G, but because now they can sit Richardson for a year and, behind Jimmy. We'll just do this. And then I think this pick is kind of a no-brainer on this. I think that's how that'll go. Seattle gets kind of fucked on this draft, but that's all right. I don't really like the Seahawks. Yeah, I think that's a pretty agreeable situation. I think it was either you can flip-flop either one of those two, and I think that makes sense because it's either or on that trade. Yeah, and I think the Raiders are kind of an irresponsible kind of garbage franchise. What are we thinking with Seattle? Seahawks, Jalen Carter, maybe. Could also go Will Anderson. Could be looking at an offensive lineman like Paris Johnson. Could be looking at corner help with Christian Gonzalez. To Seattle works, they need to build up that. Yeah, they need to build up the run defense. So you could either argue Jalen Carter, Will Anderson. There's good picks in either one of them. You would have to think it'd be Will Anderson, right? Sorry, Fredo. I think it's it could be Colts take Anthony Richardson and Will Levis goes to the Raiders. That's that's a completely acceptable flip flop. You ready for next Sunday? Hell yeah, Kenny. Cool. Not really sure what that has to do with right now, but all right. Tyree Wilson here. Well, I don't know. Would you really take Tyree Wilson over Will Anderson? To Seattle. I think there's a couple Andersons. I'm probably going Anderson here. Wilson? What? Kenny, I don't. Oh, okay, cool, man. I don't know what your next Sunday is. Wilson. Nice. Nice. You okay, Kenny? It's not really an answer, but why would they take Tyree Wilson? Oh, I see what you're saying. Why would they take Tyree Wilson here? Yeah. Yeah, Will's like the best player in the draft to some people. All right, Detroit Lions fans, what are we thinking? This is probably an easy one. You gotta remember Will Anderson Jr. is still there. he's the best player in the draft. Christian Gonzalez, Witherspoon to Detroit, thank you. Even with Jalen Carter sitting right there. Oh, giving this Lions draft to F. Ugh. A player they could get at 18, they're gonna take at 6 when they're. They still don't have no defensive tackles. I mean, I'll take a corner, I guess, but they do pick again, and all right. Guess we'll just take one of the worst. Should they trade back then? Because I don't don't think that they should draft at 6 if they want Witherspoon. I doubt it. But okay. You're the Lions fan. I'll give you the pick. Here, hopefully nobody wanted this corner out of Illinois. That'll be enough. Yeah, all right. We'll just pass over all the better corners that are in this draft and take that guy. All right, it's his team. You can have him. He's the Lion. If you're a fan of one of the teams, speak up and you can have him. I'm all for that. That works for me. All right, here's Arizona via the trade. I think they get Jalen Carter here then. Yeah, this seems like a nice pick for them. Tyree Wilson. You could go Tyree Wilson here or Jalen Carter. No, I mean, it's his team. I mean, he's probably been doing his homework. So Chase usually is kind of pretty good about this, but so we'll take his word. I just think there's maybe better options there at that pick, but they do pick again at 18, so it's, you know, it kind of just depends on what the next one is. Either way, they have to go defense in this, so it works either way. He's probably a good corner. I'm just being a prick. I don't know why I'm being a prick about it. Just because I've never heard of him doesn't mean shit, like, at all. It's like, dude, Rob, you don't even watch college football. Jalen Carter, what are we thinking here? I see a Paris Johnson. I see a Jalen Carter. I see a Tyree Wilson, which would make a little bit of sense. Because, again, edge rush is a major need. Tyree's pretty solid. You like Paris Carter? Or Paris or Carter, Mike? You like Paris? So we have 2 for Paris, 2 for Carter. Uh-oh. Yeah, because I do like the idea of them getting Paris Johnson for Kyler when he does come back. But again, they do need defensive help. I kind of lean on the Jalen Carter pick here. Again, they need so much defensive work. Are we fine with just kind of going the Carter route? What are you thinking? Anybody else? Defense is poop. Yeah, I think I'll just go Carter here because it's, you know, who cares? They wouldn't make the pick like Tyree Wilson. They'd make the Jalen Carter pick. That's kind of who the Cardinals are. They're a poppy kind of like big move team. Plus, he could be good. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? All right. Arizona. This is actually a team I have no idea about. Or not Arizona, Atlanta. And I usually don't really care about either. They could go edge. They can go every position. I think they have a good left tackle because of Chris Lidstrom or somebody like that. So I don't know if they're like in the desperate tackle game for like a Paris Johnson. They could go Christian Gonzalez here. I know their secondary is usually fucking garbage, so I don't think they have any edge. I don't think they have a defense. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't know. I don't know if they go receiver. Tyree Wilson. Oh, everybody said a different name. Everybody has a different idea for the Falcons. I feel like Jackson Smith would be a wild overdraft in the top 10. Wilson. Yeah, we'll just go in a situation like this. I think it's just, let's just do this. All right, the Chicago Bears. They go offense and go Robinson. I feel like that's a trade back situation then. With the Bears. Well, you guys all pretty much think the exact same thing I think with Paris Johnson here, that the Bears are going to take him because he played left tackle for Fields for a second. It's like the most natural fucking pick in the world. Yeah, I think so too. Would they play a season together at Ohio State, even if it was at practice times? You might as well go get the guy that makes the most sense. Yeah. There's not much debate. They desperate position of, oh, here we go. We're at the Eagles. What are we thinking? I have no idea with this pick either. Kenny's like, every pick is trade. I've traded all mine. Kenny, did you in your trade in your things, Kenny? I'm guessing you did a lot of trades, huh? My thing has always been with the draft. Hey, we have 9 likes on the stream, by the way. I appreciate that, everybody. My thing with trades in the NFL draft is there's probably not going to be as many as you think there are. Bijan, maybe trade down. You didn't do a trade. You think Philly goes corner? I've seen 2 Bijans. Don't the Eagles have... Yeah, they do have 2 picks in this draft, so consider that as well. We could do a trade down, but who trades up? That's the big question here. Who's the team that wants to skyrocket up this draft right now? You think Philly goes corner? I wouldn't disagree either. Could the Chargers move up? I don't think so. That doesn't strike me as a Chargers move. Washington? What would Washington want? Could see Baltimore try to bolt up the draft to grab a receiver, but maybe not. What's up, Daniel? Because I do like the Eagles taking Bijan Robinson, but again, they have to trade back a little bit here if they're going to do that. I think that's way too high to take a running back. Anybody have a good idea? Kenny, at least Kenny's naming names. 16 would be a good spot for them to trade back to, but I don't know if they do that with their divisions. So Washington might be out. Steelers could try to trade up, grab an offensive lineman or something. I don't really know. I'll trade back for more picks. Jalen Carter may be a bust, maybe. Or people are overlooking into a situation. I think the latter might be more true than that. But hey. Yeah, I don't think you should do first round trading though with your division. I don't think that'll happen. All right, no one has any suggestions. I'm just going to take, I guess we'll just take Bijan Robinson here because that's what people all said. No one gave any good suggestions. We're just going to take the pick. You know what's crazy? Everyone's saying this about Jalen, but like not a single other coach, player, anything. We'll just put Bijan Robinson there. At some point, it's like I'm just gonna move on from the pick. If no one's gonna give any suggestions about trading, it's like, all right, well, all right, we'll just move on and take Bijan there. That's what everybody said. But yeah, I'm still waiting to find like actual players or coaches to say this about Jalen, because I've only heard the exact opposite regarding Carter. Yeah, I wonder if depression's a bitch after he watched one of his friends die in a bad car accident that he was, racing him in. I wonder if like, do you think he'd be a little sad or depressed? I don't even think he has off-field issues. I think he was in a bad situation and he was speed racing. Yeah, depression makes you not work out and lock yourself in your room for fucking a month and a half like Carter did and fucking overeat. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Yeah, one of his best friends died in that car accident. Do you not know the story of what happened, dude? Fredo? He's kind of dealing with the death of a friend. Yeah, racing's whatever. That's not a real off-field issue. Zero teams give a flying fuck about that. Yeah, that's the reason he did bad during the combine. He drives a little fast in his car. If you really think teams give a fuck about that, Myles Garrett wouldn't have been a top draft pick. Yeah, I mean you can pretend that that's true, but it's not. Literally, no one has said that about Jalen Carter, except like you and weirdos who don't know anything. No, I'm not asking you, Miguel. I know you know that. I'm talking to Fredo. Not everything's about you. I'm talking to someone else right now. Yeah, sure. So does Myles Garrett then. If you think a singular NFL coach gives a fuck about driving their cars fast, you're a retarded child. I'm sorry, but like you're an actual little baby. Yeah, Garrett literally has like crashed his car speeding multiple times and gotten multiple like 90s and 50s speeding tickets. You literally have no idea what you're talking about. Garrett has the same problem behind the wheel that Jalen Carter has. No, that's literally been his entire life in Ohio. Look into it. No, I'd never heard of a singular issue about Jalen Carter until like he got arrested. I didn't even know he was associated with the fucking crash. That tells you about his character issues. I'd have heard about him. Now all I hear about is Jalen Carter is like the worst human being. He's like Aaron Hernandez level bad for some people. And it's hilarious how much people are overreacting to this. I guarantee he's still going to be a top 5 pick in the draft, if not top 6, because the Lions are probably going to take him if he's sitting there. You can guarantee that. And if the Lions, of all teams, one of the best like judging of character people right now, the Detroit Lions, are like trying to make it sound like they have no interest in this kid, like they think he's going to be gone. Like by the way they're talking. Fredo is 100% Sean, but we're letting him stay there. I feel bad sometimes for him because again, you got to remember he's aggressively mentally retarded. This troll. Fredo, all you do is say the opposite things of what I'm saying. You haven't given a legitimate opinion. I know every opinion you're going to have before you have it. Like, I know exactly what you literally said the line, Baltimore or the Bills ended your season twice, which has been something that you've said for the past several months. Dude, you're not slick about anything you do. What's up, Fudge? You literally say the same shit. You know how everyone else can tell? Because you say the same shit that you always say. You just take the opposite position of me to argue. No, you are. You're a fucking retard, and we all know you're the peanut butter mouth having retard that watches my stream way too much, and I banned you on like 90, probably several hundred accounts at this point. No, you didn't. No, Fredo, we know it's you. Kenny, what are you doing? Did I tell you to do that, Kenny? Was there what reason did you time him out? What was your reasoning for that? I'm probably going to strip your mod, dude. You do that way too much. That's really obnoxious, Kenny. Good. I appreciate that, I guess. I wasn't in the middle of talking to somebody. The fuck? I'm glad this is your channel. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. Fucking bitch. You sit there and time out with him, dude. Fuck you. That's annoying as fuck. Don't ever do that again. I'm in the middle of fucking talking to somebody. Thanks for ruining that, Kenny. Good job, dude. You fucking dipshit. Holy fuck, dude. I'm so tired of people like that. Yeah, you're losing mod shit. I don't think you should have that anymore, dude. I'm gonna think about that. But after that's like the third time you time somebody out that I'm in the middle of talking to, and it's really annoying when people do that. You're not supposed to ever do that. That's not your job. Anyway, let's someone's saying Broderick Jones here for the Titans. Let's move on. Because that took away a little bit of a natural break in the stream. Holy shit, that's annoying. Sorry about that, Fredo. Didn't mean for you to get timed out. You literally had broken no rules. Because there's a rule in my stream. As long as you're not spamming, generally, I don't give a fuck if you stay here. No, he didn't get hidden. He only got timed out, and now I feel bad. I like Gonzalez. I like Broderick Jones could be here. I think Miles Murphy could be a pick here. Because Mike also said Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think that's a very good possibility. That by the way, if you happen to like consider dropping one, helps the stream out, makes it perform a little better, makes it look a little better. We're probably sitting around 10 right now, so you know, if you got nothing better to do. I honestly could be convinced in any direction on this one. Wide receiver does feel like a major need here for them. Because again, I don't really know who they have to throw the football to at this point. Yeah, I do. I have a couple thoughts on the Jets pick as well. I don't know how we do that one. I don't think we have to consider the Packers for that pick though, to be honest with you. So what are we thinking here? Anybody feel strong about any very specific person? I know Miguel said 2 times Broderick Jones, and that would make a lot of sense. They do need offensive linemen. Like, their line was pretty shit last year, and they just lost Taylor Lewan, so they'll probably be trying to replace him. You guys cool with going offensive tackle here? Because again... Alright, cool. Boom. And now we're on to Houston, and I see already a Jackson Smith and Jigba. They will have John Mechie this year, and they also just signed Robert Woods. So I'm wondering if they maybe aren't exactly in the first round receiver department. Yeah, exactly. Plus they lost Taylor Lewan, so you know, probably have to replace him. And I think they also lost Andre Dillard, who's another offensive tackle from them. I don't remember if he played there, but I'm pretty sure Andre went to Buffalo. I won't swear to shit on that, but I'm pretty certain something like that happened. So yeah, receiver could make some sense here, but again, I do have questions about that a little bit, Matt, just mainly because again, they do have John Mechie coming back from the leukemia situation, and then they signed Robert Woods. You guys want to go Jackson? I can go Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm fine with that. Again, the Texans, you could pretty much convince me of any position need for the Texans, and I'm like, all right. You take Jackson and you got himself a quarterback to work with, and we can go there. No one really has any... You know what it is? The funniest thing, no one ever likes drafting for the Texans. It's always very quiet whenever the Texans come up. Might as well just fucking put him there. It works out. Now they have a brand new offense, because their defense wasn't the problem last year, I'm going to be honest. And they've made enough additions to that defense where they could probably get by without it. You're good, dude. No, don't ignore that. Kenny made a mistake. He accidentally timed you out. It wasn't on purpose. Just move past it. We're just moving past it. You might not be the troll. You could just be a normal guy, but again, it's just odd that you take every single position that this troll takes, which is normally just the exact opposite of whatever I say. Like, it's kind of one of them. It's like oddly, and you say a lot of the same very specific phrases that this guy says. Hey, I'll take your word for it. But, no. The only thing that's got you on a somewhat pass is the fact that your account was made in 2021. It's the one thing that's like, I'm like, man, he might be real though. It's just weird that like you've said very specific phrases. Again, it's nothing personal. You have to understand there's a guy that comes in here and he has several hundred accounts and he talks in almost the exact same way you do. It's just a very eerie coincidence. Not trying to say you are. It's just a very eerie coincidence. So, anyway, Chase, what was your question about the Jets? But you've also been able to hold your cool, but normally by now the troll freaks out and starts like insulting my mom and a whole bunch of other shit. Like completely just loses his mind in a spam fest. Mike, it's up to like 80 at this point. That I think he keeps active on like a roster. I think I think he's starting to delete him. I think it will be the Jets drafting because I think the Packers have openly stated they don't want to get they're not like too worried about getting a first for this. I think it would be a conditional first for 2024 is what the first would be. So it's like, I think the Packers, I think one of the big holdups is like they want one first, but I don't think they're too concerned about it this year. I think it's about next year. And I think they wanted a conditional second that becomes a first if Aaron plays 2 years with the Jets. So I think we could just kind of assume the Jets will be picking here. The Eagles? I had you guys getting Bijan Robinson. We couldn't decide on what to do with the Eagles, so we just took Kenny. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna take your mod. Don't worry about it. Just don't time people out. Especially when I'm in the middle of talking to them. I'll get very pissed if you do that again. You're fine though. Just don't time people out. I'm trying to talk to them. Yeah, now I have super moderator powers on one channel on this account. Mine, and I'm probably gonna give them to Mike. So Mike will be able to have like supreme power with his moderator. It's scary. I can time moderators out with my moderator account. This one? Look at this. Hold on. Let's just come on. This guy? Yeah. Brian Branch or Big Pete. Yeah, I'm thinking Pete Skoronski as well. Because again, the offensive line's kind of a problem for the Jets, and I don't think secondary because they also traded for Chuck Clark. Again, you got to remember free agency's been very helpful, and it kind of has shown who's done what, and it's kind of like freed up a couple woes. So normally I might say agree. The Jets may need a little safety help. There was like their 1 weak spot in their secondary, but they added Chuck Clark. So Jets don't have many problems, actually. Is everyone fine with this? Peter Skoronski? Yeah. If Branch would have made sense, but Mike's like, they have a lot of problems. But we can pretend that they don't. It's fine. All right, Mike. What are you thinking here? We have some options. In the second straight draft, we've had both the ability to take Christian. Yeah, this isn't even going to be a question, folks. We're stealing Gonzalez if this happens. It'll be the heist of the century if we could pull this off. Even if you call him a raw talent, send the raw talent corner to New England. Give us this 6'2" fucking monster. Please. Oh, let us fix our defense. By the way, if you're a fan of a team, please speak up. You get the draft pick. You get to do the pick. No one else can really overpower it. Mike gets this pick, so it's going to be Gonzalez. then it's a major position need too. We just lost McCourty. We're moving several of our like 2 corners over to safety, and yeah, that's just gotta happen. And all of our corners are midgets. Fuck, I already did it. There, Joey Porter. This is who we'd. Can I get Bengals? Yeah. Oh, Kenny's up. Any other Packers fans in? Right, bro. Kenny's a Packers fan. We're gonna let him have the pick. Still would have been Gonzo, pretty much. It would be Branch also in the running. Wait, for the Patriots, Brian Branch. Yeah. The only problem is Jalen Mills is probably going to play safety for us next year, and that's his actual position is safety. And I think we're also, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So I think we're more in the corner department for this year than safety, because we've already kind of got. Does he play free safety, Brian Branch, or is he a strong? Because our strong safety is Jordan Duggar, or Kyle Duggar, and he's like a top 3 fucking strong safety. So we don't need a new one of those. We lost our free safety in McCourty, but that's the position that Jalen Mills naturally plays. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's the thing. If he's a strong safety, we have zero interest in him. It's like, what do we need to replace Duggar for? All right, Kenny, what are you thinking, though? You said you wanted Addison. All right. Does that change at all? A lot of good options here. I'll go Jordan Addison for you. All right, whatever. That's what you said. All right, we did that, Kenny. Jordan Love's got Jordan to throw the football to. Jordan to Jordan. All right, Washington's up now. What are we thinking here? This draft is running out of good players. What the hell? This is a really thin draft class, isn't it? My lord. Yeah, the commies are up. As American as one can be. They'll be owned by somebody new, more than likely. Or at this point, you know, at this juncture, it seems more than likely they're going to be owned by somebody new. So that's interesting. That's always fun. Yeah, so do the Pistons. Anybody have any idea? Any strong feelings about the situation? Yeah, I don't know either. Brian Branch? Feels like they could go safety. I don't know anyone in their secondary. They go Porter. Quentin Johnson. That's the second. I think you're the second person to say that. But they also have Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. So I don't know. Brian Branch could also. They could also go Lucas Van Ness. Porter. Oh, poor Steelers. Yeah, they don't really have much of a secondary, do they? They don't. Oh yeah, that feels right. Or would they go Cam Smith? Yeah, let's go Joey Porter. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers are up. They get completely fucked. That would have been such a fun pick. Let's see. Pittsburgh also needs secondary help. Oh, he will fall. Yeah, okay. All right, I didn't know that. Pittsburgh. Keely Ringo could make some sense here. Because, again, Pittsburgh's also in a situation where they kind of need to fix up that secondary. Especially the corner. They just lost Hayden. They just lost Cam Sutton. They're I don't know if they have anything left in that secondary other than like Aminka. Murphy. I mean, they have good edge rushers still in TJ Watt. So I'm not too sure that that's a major like need it right now. I feel like Keely Ringo might be the move, but that might be a bit of a reach. It could go Brian Branch, but again, Minka plays safety. But again, I don't know if Brian plays free or strong because that could also really change a few things. Cam Smith. Because, yeah, it feels like they're going to go secondary. Yeah, they don't really need Brian. Yeah, they don't. I mean, it feels like secondary is going to be their biggest need is corner. We can go Ringo or Branch. Yeah, we can go Branch here. Again, when most of the secondary needs replacing, I think you can just... Are we fine with that? Yeah, it works. He seems like a Steeler. All right, Lions are up now. And then Chase is just like, and we'll take Miles Murphy. And that was the reason Chase said not Murphy. Chase is like, I'm going to give the Lions an A now. Deontay Banks. We had the Lions take Devin Witherspoon earlier, Mike. I don't know if that changes anything. So now it becomes, yeah, they're probably going to take Miles Murphy. Chase secured that for himself like the bag, kind of like how we do with Gonzalez. Yeah, I doubt that'll happen, but yeah, good luck. Congrats to the Lions. Buccaneers, anyone a Bucs fan? I don't know. What are we thinking here? Bucs are always interesting. Always a questionable question mark team to try to figure out. A lot of holes have appeared on this Buccaneers team, in my opinion. Could trade back as well, because again, they aren't that destitute. Johnston, receiver, really. Lucas Van Ness, Tom Brady's son is my choice. Yeah, I don't hate Van Ness. I don't think they need receivers, though. I think their receiving core should be healthy next year. And so should their offensive line, so that's probably not the biggest concern either. Van Ness is making a little sense. You could also say Brian Brees, the defensive tackle out of Clemson, could work. Mainly because it's I don't really know if they've really replaced JPP or Sue yet in like any kind of an effective way. So that could explain why you might want to go Van Ness. Yeah, they got Vea, so yeah, just go Van Ness. Or does Vea play the same position? No one's really saying anything, so I'm guessing people don't really give a fuck about this position. They're like, I don't know, man. Take whoever. Van Ness. Yeah, we'll just go Ness. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, sure, we'll just do this. All right. Seattle Seahawks. Who'd they go first with? Will Anderson. So we had them take a edge rusher. So now we have quite a few other picks. They can go Darnell right here. I don't know. What are we thinking? They go corner. They go defensive tackle like Brian Brees. Well, there's lots of moves. Pretty much any pick here feels good for the Seahawks. Reese, I'd assume. Yeah, that seems right. Reese, yeah. Who cares? It's them. The Chargers. I'm gonna say quarterback because they don't really have one. Um, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Coach Johnston? Yeah, I'm guessing wide receiver here, or Michael Mayer, like a tight end. Um, I don't really know if they have a tight end there that's like effective, but they would trade back if they're gonna take like a Mayer. Johnston, Kincaid. See, we all kind of had the right. We're all kind of in a similar thought process as a receiver. But see, they really don't have a tight end, do they? And or if they did, they just lost Parham, I think. But they're also bitching about receivers, so I'm guessing Quentin Johnston's going to be their pick. Yeah, that's my thoughts too. Was Johnston, if not the tight end. Yeah, they they need some, and he kind of fits their mold, like big body receiver. Yeah. Oh, the Ravens. I don't know. We just took all the good receivers from them, so now they don't really get to, get one of them. But they could take got like Nolan Smith. Got like Keely Ringo, Cam Smith. Ringo. It's kind of how I was thinking. Keely Ringo seems like a Ravens. Oh, there's Hyatt. Oh yeah, but that's would they trade back to get Hyatt? Smith or Banks? Nolan Smith. Yeah, Nolan Smith also feels like a Ravens type of player too. But I think they need corner help, if I'm being honest. Didn't they just lose Marcus Peters? And I don't think they really replaced him with anybody too stand outy. Trying to think like who they possibly could have brought in. No Cam. No Cam what? Smith. All right, there's 3 Smiths. We'll just go with Nolan Smith. There's a bunch more for Nolans. Yeah, there was more picks for Nolan Smith. Oh, Peters is a free agent, but they're hoping to bring him back. Oh shit, Sean, you're a Baltimore fan, aren't you? This was kind of your pick. All right, I'll go with Smith for you. Oh fuck, man. I'm so sorry. Oh fuck. My fault, Sean. That's my fault. I wish I could redo that pick. Damn. My apologies. Fuck, dude. I mean, he's still a good pick. Man, I'm sorry I fucked that up. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, and I don't know why I thought that. That's my fault. I apologize. I should have just went with Banks or somebody. Fuck, dude. It's not a good idea to just use someone's last name when there's 5 different people with the last name Smith in this draft, by the way. I would recommend if somebody has multiple, if there's more than one person with the last name, please use both their names. Because just telling me Smith, Smith, Smith over and over again, I assumed everybody said Nolan. Because now I feel like the draft is kind of fucked up, but I mean, we'll finish it out. I apologize. But next time, people gotta use full names if it's a common one like Smith. Ringo, Cam Smith. We're all thinking corners here. Minnesota gets the edge. Ringo to the Vikings. There's a bunch of Ringos to the Vikings now. Yeah, Sean, I agree. I fucked up. You don't have to keep telling me that you guys want to take a corner. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I told you I fucked up. I don't know how much more you want me to tell you. I made the wrong pick, dude. That's my bad. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Sorry. I could just restart it. And we'll just restart back at 1 and I'll like have to remember all these picks. Well, you weren't here, so Brian Branch. Oh. Yeah, there's not much I can do about this situation, dude. It's like at some point it's like I don't know, gotta move on. No, it's all good. It's just like I can only, I mean, I could restart so your pick has the right person, but I don't. It's gonna take I don't want to do all that work. Anyway, what are we thinking for the Vikings then? Cam Smith or Ringo? I've seen a couple Ringos, so I'm just putting Ringo there. And then we got the Jaguars. What are we thinking? Yeah, it was an accident, man. I wish you would have said the first name of the person. My fault. Tackle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because they lost their guy Darnell Wright Darnell Wright. Seems like a good pickup for them. Lost Juwan Taylor. They lost Taylor this offseason. Didn't really replace him. I'd agree normally, Cheeto, but the problem is like they didn't really replace Taylor on the offensive line who went to Kansas City. And I'm wondering if that makes it yeah, and they also have Ingram, who they really like. So I think those create like a couple of stress points and a couple problems. There's a weird amount of people who are just watching and just it's fine, but it's just like how could you get any joy of not participating in this? All right, we'll go with Darnell right there then. He's the only good tackle left. And the only one I know of. New York Giants. They might go Michael Mayer. You're in an Uber to oh wow. That sucks. That's that's gotta be a very long Uber. Anybody got anything on the Giants, or am I just kind of filling this out by myself the rest of the way through? Have a good one. See you, Kenny. Zay Flowers for the Giants. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if they went with a receiver. You have plenty of options like there. They could go Hyatt. But yeah, Flowers probably, yeah. It's kind of where I'm leaning on too. That or Michael Mayer. I don't really think they have a tight end either. And this also gives them an extra blocker. But yeah, they have receiver needs, so the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, if anybody sees a situation where Nolan Smith might have actually been drafted, which is probably where the Eagles might have taken him. Oh, yeah, okay, right. They have Waller. You're right. I completely forgot about that for a second. So, like, say, like, you would think that, like, Nolan Smith might go somewhere. Just say so, and we could do that as, like, a trade spot. Like, we'll just put, like, Cam Smith there or something and do a replacement. So, Mayer or Snead, that's what I was thinking, too. Who's the other running back in this draft? Well, Bijan's gone. So they'll probably go running back in the second round because I don't think there's Jamar Gibbs. They could go Gibbs. Alabama running back Gibbs. Yeah, Cheeto, you're a Dallas fan, right? Gibbs. I'm pretty sure he's a Bama fan, so yeah, okay. It's a thing. By the way, if it's your team, just say so. Yeah, they lost Schultz, but I don't really. You remember, you got to make sure you say when it's your team. I don't know everybody's favorite team. You're a Bills fan, J Cam? What's up, man? Cowboys have 2 other tight ends. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's not a major draft need. They just lost Zeke, and they're a 2 running back system. They need to pick the best inside linebacker. Damn it, Nolan Smith plays edge. Would the Cowboys have taken Nolan Smith if he was there? Or would the Bills have taken Nolan Smith if he was there? You want Simpson? All right, we'll take him. But just a quick question, J Cam. Would you guys have taken Nolan Smith if available? You would have? We were a little late on that one. No? Okay. We'll go with Simpson then. All right. Trenton Simpson, boom, is a Buffalo Bill. What are you thinking, Fredo? This is going to be a wild-ass pick. If it's not Mayer or Kincaid, that'd be crazy. Oh, okay, it's Mayer. Yeah, see, I had the right thoughts there, too. I think we all... Jack Camel. Oh, he's another good linebacker. I mean, he could be. I mean, might be a second-round guy. We have Von Miller and Rousseau. Well, Von's getting old. That's why the only reason I brought up him. But all right, Michael Mayer. Yep. Yeah, that's the right pick for the Bengals, by the way. I think tight end would be the move there. It's either Kincaid or however you say that, or Michael Mayer if he's there. Bills need a good tight end. Feels like they're missing that Uzama. Do I think that was? Yeah, I think so. It's the move I would have made. Literally, if Michael Mayer's sitting there and the Bengals are sitting there, I don't see how they don't take him. Just to be honest, he can block, he can play, he can catch. It's kind of it gives the Bengals like a 5th offensive or 6th lineman. Saints Hyatt, yeah. Would the Saints have taken Nolan Smith? Probably not. They could also go DeJuan Jones here. Their offensive line is dog shit. But I do think only having one wide receiver is a big problem. Anybody feel strongly about one of these Saints picks? I think tackle might be the way they go to protect their boy, but oh yeah, no they don't. You're right. They got Andrews Pete and somebody else. You're right. It's not the position they struggle. I think it's guards. And there's not really any good guards to take right now. Bills may go safety or defensive tackle, but they have a lot of picks on edge. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they could, but there isn't really any safeties left in the first round to take the risk on. You know, J-Cam? Or really DT left where you're picking. Hyatt? Yeah, we'll just go with Hyatt. Fuck it. They receiver could help. They don't really have any. Philadelphia Eagles. Would they have drafted... They would have drafted Nolan Smith here, right? If he would have been available. What do you guys think? Okay, pretend Nolan Smith's there and we put Cam Smith there or Deontay Banks, one of those two. That's who's actually right there. Do the Eagles take Nolan Smith? My guess is yes. But that might also be because I'm trying to like make up for fucking up this guy's pick. So, but also because I feel like he kind of would be what the Eagles would pick anyway. If it's somebody else, that's totally fine. We don't have to do this. I mean, it's Nolan Smith's not a fucking bad player anyway. What's up, Lions? They could replace Vaughn for financial reasons. Yeah, it would have to be a financial thing. And right now, there's no real reason to. Vaughn just took a huge pay restructure, so it's not even that expensive for him. What did we do with the Eagles' last pick? Oh, we went running back. So they're probably going to go corner here. Yeah, Nolan's probably going to be drafted way sooner. And to be honest, I could see the Patriots taking Nolan Smith if he's available at 14. Like, I really wouldn't put it past a team like the Patriots to just grab Nolan Smith. Banks. Kind of what I'm thinking here, too, is Banks. It's kind of like this weird major position need. Because, again, they lost quite a few secondary members, so... And it's a good value pick at 25. 25 ranked player. You can get him at 30. And Kansas City. Tackle? I don't know. Who did the Lions take? They got Miles Murphy with their 18th pick. And Chase went with Devin Witherspoon with their 6th pick. So Witherspoon at 6 and Murphy at 18. That was the work of Chase. Jalen Carter fell quite a bit in our draft. Either Josh Downs. Yeah, me too, because he's a little silly. Ojurari. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If we're thinking edge rusher, do we want to do the swap here then? Nolan Smith could go to the Chiefs, and we could pick the Ravens Cam Smith here. Do we want to do that here? Sean, I mean, we could actually pull this off now because it seems like everybody's thinking edge rusher for the Chiefs. And Nolan Smith would be a good edge rusher to flip around here. Tyree Wilson and then Deontay. Fair enough. Everyone's really starting to like Tyree Wilson. Not really sure why. He's flying up boards, though. Are you guys fine with me doing something like that, Mike? If Nolan was available, would that be the guy you'd actually say? Be like, no, it'd be Nolan Smith here. Or would it still be one of them situation like Ojirari make the swap? All right. Sean, are you still here? This is your pick now. Because we're actually we pretending the Ravens traded the Chiefs. Oh, breaking news. It was a late trade. So yeah, now your team's trading. Now it's the Ravens. I don't think he's here anymore. We'll just put Cam Smith because that's who he said. Apparently this was the best pick of the draft. I don't know what that means when they show the one thing. These guys must have had the best drafts. I don't know why they show these teams, but I guess these guys made like home run picks. Full results. I wonder how this differs from our first one. Did I even get it? Oh, I don't think I did. Darn, I didn't do that. I didn't get it. I forgot to write it down, but all right. So we had Stroud going 1, Young going 2, Richardson with the trade. Raiders get the 3 pick. They take Anthony Richardson. Then we have Will Levis going to the Colts at 4, Will Anderson to the Seahawks at 5, Devin Witherspoon to the Lions at 6, Jalen Carter via trade with the Raiders to the Cardinals. So they kind of still get like their guy that they'd like. Tyree Wilson to the Falcons. Paris Johnson Jr. to the Bears. Bijan Robinson to the Eagles. Kind of a reach, but that's all right. Does it show grades? No, I wish it did. I think I have to pay for that. Broderick Jones to the Titans. Jackson Smith and Jigba to the Texans. Peter Skoronski to the Jets. Christian Gonzalez to the Patriots. That's a good pick. Jordan Addison to the Packers. Joey Porter Jr. to the Redskins, or to the, what team are they now? Commanders. Brian Branch goes to the Steelers. Miles Murphy to the Lions' 2nd pick. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick up Lucas Van Ness. The Seahawks grab Brian Brees. Quentin Johnston goes to the Chargers. This was actually a trade with the Chiefs, so the Chiefs grab Nolan Smith. Keely Ringo went to the Vikings. The Jaguars grabbed Darnell Wright. Obviously we gave the Giants Zay Flowers. Jahmyr Gibbs went to the Cowboys. Trenton Simpson to the Bills. Michael Mayer went to the Bengals. Jalen Hyatt went to the Saints. Deontay Banks went to the Eagles, and the Ravens got Cam Smith. There we go. We were able to flip because the Chiefs and we forgot to do an official trade. That was a fun one. I think it went pretty good actually. Lasted a good hour and a half. I think we had some pretty good discussion, though. You know, I think it's getting closer and closer to this to the draft, which is always fun. We're 25 days away basically. Hey, we're doing pretty good. 15 likes on the stream too. I appreciate that, everybody. The only thing that's been a bummer is just like there's been no NFL news. I don't even have anything to really talk about afterward. We can kind of just discuss random things if you guys want to. But as far as like big news, there's just nothing. If you think I'm kidding, it's like there's been like fucking D-tiered free agents being signed, and it's like what's a good caliber of player? Like long snappers and shit are being signed up, and it's like, oh, that's league shattering news. Practice squad guys are being inked up to deals. Yeah, it's just like the whole league is waiting for 4 things to happen: Aaron Rodgers to be traded, Hopkins to be traded, Odell to sign to somewhere, and I'm forgetting another big move. Like, doesn't even feel that big a deal that Zeke's a free agent. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, and Lamar. That's right, Lamar. And what's gonna happen? What in the world's gonna happen with Lamar Jackson? Yeah, the decision on D Hop. I get. Oh yeah, and the Jerry Jeudy things also. You know, it's all just speculation. It's like, well, it's all cool. I like speculation. It's fun. But it's just like, man, there's gonna be some crazy draft day trades. It sounds like. Like the latest Odell is Odell wants 1 years and 15 million. That's the latest Odell rumor, and it's like, if that's all he wants, how easy is that to do? 1 year, 1 million, and a $14 million signing bonus. Here you go, Odell. Have fun. What was that, like a fucking $2 million cap hit or something like that? If even that high, what is it, $1 million? If you do a contract like that. Welcome back, Chase. Oh, Chase, we finished up. This is the end of the draft. This is a trade with the Ravens, the Chiefs. So the Chiefs wound up with Nolan Smith, not Cam Smith. Yep, a lot of trades. Last chance, yeah, bitch. Last chance trades on, yeah, yep. And somebody will get taken advantage of and took into the cleaners. Probably the Patriots will desperate trade for a receiver. I hope not. But then again, if we trade away our first round pick and wind up with a good receiver, I really don't give a fuck. Let's see. Quarterback Devin Witherspoon was he allowed 1 catch on 15 targets for 39 and no TD and 2 picks. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that could be a steal. I'll have to watch Witherspoon a little bit. I just don't know much about him. Never, because again, he plays for Illinois. It's just a small school syndrome. I've just never heard of the guy. Appreciate everyone coming out. The stream started out real slow. I was shocked to see it get going. I was like, all right, we'll give this about 10 minutes, everybody. I understand people are pretty busy tonight. There's a lot of cool shit going on outside of football. So appreciate everyone who did come out. This stream just under 80 views, so maybe it will even slowly meander its way up into the hundreds. Who knows? I think I'm going to wrap it up here, though, so I can go watch the rest of the end of WrestleMania. Witherspoon is always rated high, but Combine. Yeah, Combine can be a little weird. But hopefully that's, you know. But Witherspoon's a little higher than the last time, if I remember right, so. Reigns is walking out. All right, I got to get going, you guys. I want to go watch WrestleMania. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I appreciate all the likes and all the support and all the chatting and everything. It really helps these kind of streams out. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. We'll do another NFL stream soon. I have to find a good day to do it. You know what I mean? With class and all that shits and just like shit needs to happen. I apologize to the people who like this channel for football. It's just, guys, there's nothing. Like I'd have more football streams. I've tried to think about them, but it's just like, boy, if I did an NFL weekly news stream, there'd be nothing to talk about. We'd just sit there and speculate for 2 hours. It'd be boring as dog shit. Nothing really would happen, and like if Rodgers gets traded or if one of these big moves happen, of course we can do streams and talk about the what it could mean, the implications, and yada yada yada. But for right now, it kind of feels like we're just at a bad standstill with news. But all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap there. I appreciate you guys again. Thank you so much for a fun stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry if I yelled at anybody too aggressively. But you know, nothing personal or anything. Sometimes I get fired up. All right. All right. See you guys later. Have a good night. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. I'll see you when I see you next. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Tigers game, and it goes from there and there and there and there. If you want, you can stop by or just chit chat during the Tigers games. You can even talk about football. Just keep it kind of like, don't expect me to give you like a super detailed answer. It might be kind of light, but I'll still give brief opinions. Alrighty. That's it. All right. Peace out. Thanks, guys.